We are live. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm glad that you have joined me today. I'll say good morning. I'll say good afternoon. I'm not sure who all I'm talking to. I think there's some people registered for this really informal hangout on how to upload how to upload videos directly to your Facebook page. And I'm going to focus on the Facebook fan page. So I appreciate y'all joining me here today. I'm glad that I can share this information with you because I think there's a lot of questions about how to upload the video on Facebook so that way it has a longer shelf life. Now, one thing I want to notice is there's several people that have joined this webinar that we haven't had the opportunity to meet before, and there's also people on the webinar that I know quite well, people that I work very closely with in a mastermind group and some businesses that I'm in. So welcome to both of y'all. But for those of y'all who we haven't met before, I'm Felicia Mupo, and what I do is I help entrepreneurs build home businesses that create life balance. So both a professional life as well as a personal life and family life, that's what I do. I do a lot of work in the space of online networking. So I do some online marketing, and you'll hear the difference every now and then. An online marketer is really promoting a specific goods and service. An online networker is somebody who's using the internet to meet people, and more frequently an online networker is growing a network marketing business. So it's just a way for you to meet people to determine if they're right for your business opportunities. So that's a little bit about me, not my whole story, but just a little bit about me and why you're on this webinar. And what this is just a very quick tutorial on how to upload videos to Facebook and why you would want to upload those videos to Facebook versus putting, you can upload your videos to Facebook, and then on Facebook you can either go in there and click share, and you've got a series of social media channels that you can share that material through. You can do that. That's great for getting YouTube and Google rankings to your channel. And in some cases you want to do that. However, on Facebook, that's the one unique place that you don't necessarily just want to use the share button. The other way that that many people share their videos from Facebook is to either take that share link or to take the shortened, truncated version of the URL from Facebook, or the big URL, which is the top when you're actually watching the video. They'll take that, copy it, and paste it into a status update on their Facebook page, whether it's their personal page or their fan page. Now, while that works, it does work. It will show people that that land on your Facebook page or that status update is shown to. It will allow them to watch the video, and they can go right over to YouTube and watch the video there as well. That does work. I don't want to say that it doesn't. Here's the disadvantage of doing that, though, is Facebook has an algorithm to determine how many people they're going to show your status update to, and it runs in the news feed. So if somebody's not online right now, then they're not going to see your video, especially if you don't have a huge status on your channel. And what I'm going to show you today is going to give your video on Facebook kind of an infinite shelf life, so that way people can refer back to those videos days, weeks, months, maybe even years, I don't know, and back where they can go and retrieve that information and watch what it is that you want to share. So that's why you want to upload it. Now, before we jump over into the screen share, I do want to let you know that there are people on this webinar today that maybe have never shot their first marketing video, or they're just getting to that point where they're not quite sure how to shoot a marketing video, what to say, basic editing skills, and really what the script should be, the strong call to action, so that way people will take action on the videos that you're sharing and do whatever it is that you want them to do, whether it's register for an event that you're hosting, join your business opportunity, or buy your product. I am hosting a more in-depth webinar tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, August the 21st at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Registration for that is at FeliciaMupo.com /webinar. If you go to that, you can register for that more extensive webinar, and I'll be talking about how do you shoot your first marketing video, what do you say, what's the script, how do you upload it, all of that kind of stuff. So this one's going to be a truncated version of that. All right, with that, let me go over into screen share. I am going to, in the chat, it'll look like Bert Bledsoe's doing this, but it's not. It's really Felicia Mupo. I just put in the chat now my cell phone number, 972-922-3622. If you have any technical difficulties, when I go into screen share, I will not be able to see the chat. I won't be able to see any raised hands. I won't be able to see any attendees. So if you have any issues, send me a text. I've got my phone on, and I can try to help you with any technical difficulties that you should have. I do see that we have one raised hand. Rhea, I see that you've raised your hand. I'm not sure if you've got a question. If you do, I'm going to enable the Q&A box. You can put your question over in the Q&A box, and I will definitely address that when we come back together. Or if it was just an accidental hand raise, no problem, and we'll just act like it never even happened. Oh, it looks like Gay. It looks like it says your screen is blank, and it says that an error has occurred. It may be something where you're having a connectivity issue. My recommendation for that is to go completely out of the webinar and log back in. If you just, you can click refresh. I'm assuming that you've already done that and it didn't work for you. If you just click refresh and it doesn't work, go out and completely back in. If you try to log in twice, it'll show duplicate attendee, and it won't let you do that. It'll make you re-register with a different email address. You don't want to go through that hassle. All right, one thing you'll notice is my brain can only work on one series of words at one time, so I can either type or I can talk. I'm not very good at doing both, so I apologize. I just sent a message. Gaia, hopefully that message got to you and you're able to connect with us. If not, talk with me personally. We'll get you logged in for the webinar tomorrow and show you that. All right, for the respect of everybody's time, let me go over into screen share. Again, if you have any issues, send me a text. I've got my cell phone sitting right here with me on my computer, and I will be able to see any text come across. All right, we should be in full screen share mode now. Let me show you just a tidbit of the behind the scenes and how I create my movies. Here, I work on a MacBook Pro, so I've got iMovie on my MacBook Pro. This is the system that I like to use. There's so many different platforms that you can create movies in. Tomorrow's webinar will go through even more platforms where you can do screen share videos and things like that. But this is how I do it, and add a little bit of tail end and audio and things like that to my videos at the end. So I just created this one. When you create your videos, when you go to share it, and this is the case, there's really no matter which platform you're working in, you can go up here and share directly to YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, all of that. But really what you want to do is you want to export a movie. In iMovie, it comes out as a .mov file. And when you create, and I am going kind of fast because assuming that you either know this or you can come to my webinar tomorrow and I will go more slowly over this and explain it in more depth. But here we'll pull up, see how it created the .mov file. That's just a movie file. Depending on how long your video is, these can be pretty large files, and therefore too large to upload directly to your Facebook page. Out of habit and out of ease for my viewer, I convert all of my movies over to an MP4 file format. I do that using this system. You'll see this is what it looks like after it converts it. It's kind of cute. Put your cocktail down. It's done. But it's done through a program called Handbrake, Handbrake. This is a free download. So really cool. You can download this onto your computer. I think it works both on Mac and PC. No big deal. But just do a Google search for Handbrake and download it. It looks like a pineapple with some cocktails is the logo for it. It's right down here at the bottom of my screen. That's what it looks like. But in Handbrake, you just convert it to a web optimized format. It shrinkens the file and puts it over to an MP4 file format. Again, I know that's a lot of terms and stuff. I may have totally lost some people on the line. If I did, don't worry. This is not a mandatory. Just wanted to give you a little background on what I do. And again, I'll be going through more of this tomorrow if you would like to join me for that webinar. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to cancel out of a lot of this. We're going to go over into Facebook. Now this is my Facebook personal page. I could do it over here, however I don't. I put everything on my Facebook fan page. If you don't have a Facebook fan page or you don't know how to use one, I've done webinars on that and I've cut videos on that before. I am hosting another webinar in 2 weeks on a Thursday. Next week will be about how to get started online. The week after that will be the do's and don'ts of online marketing, and we'll talk about Facebook fan pages and things like that. But let's go ahead and bop over to my fan page for now. When I do that, you see here that I've got the ability to do a status update just the same as you do on your personal page. Looks the same here. Now, this is where a lot of people put that link that they get from YouTube or something like that. So whoever is storing their videos for them, usually YouTube, because that's one of the easiest. You usually put the link there, and then all of a sudden a pretty little thing pops up, and I'll show you. Like this one right here. So I co-hosted a webinar this morning and I wanted to share it, and I didn't export it and all that kind of stuff. I just shared it, and that's what it comes up looking like. This is an example of one that I uploaded though. So you can see it takes up more real estate, which is really what you want to do when you're wanting to get somebody's attention. But you click on here, and instead of just pasting it, you come up here to photo video. This works the same for your photos as well. If you want to give your photos a longer shelf life, then you'll want to import your photos this way versus, let me show you what it looks like. Versus clicking this one right here. If you click this one right here, it's going to make it as a news feed, but if you put it up here, it's going to put it in your photo section, and I'll show you the difference in just a sec. But you click on that upload photo video, and of course technology slows down when you're on a webinar, but it's going to pull up and allow you to select the photo video, and we're going to do video in this case. I know the name of the video that I want to do. Now, again, we talked about that we have an MOV file and a .mp4 file. I save my files. So I've got a file named Video Exports, and I save all of those. You want to do that because especially if you're using a free hosting platform such as YouTube, at any point, your videos can be taken down. You can lose your channel. They can block you. Whatever, you lose all of your stuff. So be sure that you are keeping a file of all of your videos. So that way, if something happens to your free channel, you don't lose everything. Now, this is a new feature, or at least it's new to me, and it may or may not be available to you. However, I think it. If you're using a fan page at least, where you can add a call to action. This video is now going to show at the end of your video. So if you're creating marketing videos and your call to action during the video is go find my web page, go buy my product, whatever, you can give them a nice, neat call to action button, which is really cool. By the way, it looks like I'm getting a phone call. If that's somebody that's here on the line, please send me a text because I can't answer a phone call right now. Not sure where that's coming from though. So anyway, we're gonna I'm trying to think. Okay, we're gonna do a learn more button in this case. And let me go ahead and grab a link. Is this it? Let's see. There it is. Let's go ahead and grab a link and let's pop in a link there. So that way after my video, they'll have the option of learning more and they'll be taken to this website. Really cool, huh? Now, I'm going to go ahead and schedule this to go out. Let's see. I'm just going to schedule it to go out for 2 o'clock today. This will give me a chance to do some edits if anybody sees my video. So at that point, I choose the date and the time that I want it to be scheduled. I've done my call to action button. I've uploaded my video. I can either put my text here. I'm going to show you another way that you can enter your text, and I'm going to schedule it. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to upload my video, and it's going to give me a couple of options still to make edits to my video, and we can go in and tag the people that are involved in our video. Now, from a marketing etiquette and professionalism standpoint, don't be tagging people in the videos that either didn't ask for the information to be on their fan page or on their Facebook walls, or are not actually in the video. You'll get a lot of people unfriending you for doing that, and a few not on Facebook. So be sure that you're careful with that tagging feature. But I do tag myself at least in all of my videos. So at this point, I can go and I can see that yes, I've posted it. I've scheduled it to go out in the future today at 2 o'clock Central Time. I could view my tab and readjust it, but let's go ahead and close that because video. And this is where I told you that you can add tags. I'm going to tag myself. I'm the only person in this video, and nobody asked me to send it to them. If you add a title here, whoops, that's not the title that I want. If you add a title here, it's going to give that title more prominence on the video, and I'll show you how that is. So you want to add your title here, and instead of just putting it as part of the description. Let's see. Should have grabbed all of this at one time. I went ahead and pre-wrote some minor text. If you see this come out on my fan page later today, no guarantee that's going to happen at 2 o'clock. I may make some adjustments, but if you see it come out on my fan page, it may look a little different than it does right now. Let's see. All right, so you can also tag where it is. So I've got myself tagged in it. I've got a nice title. I can do where. I've done my description. And doing your description is just the same as doing a status update description. You've got the same amount of space and all of that. Keep it where it notifies me when the video is done processing, and I click Save. Now it's going to process my video, and it's going to finalize my video. But down here, if we hadn't have entered in our description and stuff down here, we could do it while it's processing our video. We just come over here to this where it says edit the video. Well, now it's done processing and done finalizing. So I'm going to click pause on that. It automatically starts playing, which is kind of nice. Let you know I'm going to cover up that picture because it's not the most flattering picture of me. But I'm going to go ahead and pause it now. Here's what's really cool. When you come down here now to edit this video, you have a choice of 10 different thumbnails. So if it's you in the picture, you don't have to have this silly little face that I've got right now. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I'm probably saying something with a T in it. It's not the prettiest picture. And this is going to be the cover picture. It's called a thumbnail picture on your video. So you want to, you want to try to make this flattering so that way people would want to see what's in your video. If you have a terrible looking picture to begin with, people like that one, that's kind of boring. People are not going to likely to be clicking on your videos. Let's see. I always seem to look like that. That one's kind of silly, but it's intriguing enough that people may actually want to see what it is, even though I am kind of making a silly face. But Facebook automatically picks 10 for you to choose from. So unless you make a lot of silly faces, then most likely you'll have at least one that's kind of acceptable to you. Once you hover, once you've clicked to the one that you like, you click save. Again, the video starts playing for you. You can come down here and see the description that you wrote. I mean, mine's just, are you interested in more leads or do you want more leads and interested eyeballs in your presentation? This can help, because in this video I'm talking about ways in which you can get more leads for the business that you're building, because that's what I help people do, and then about my website. Both of those links you'll notice are above the fold, just a tidbit of information there. If you're giving links to somebody, you want that to be above the fold, so that way they don't have to click see more to actually get your call to action, even though we did put a call to action at the end of our video. And at this point, we're done. We've uploaded it. Now, we've scheduled it to go out for a couple of hours from now, so it's not going to be in my video section. But let me go over here to my video section. Now, I told you I'd show you on photos. If you go to your photos section, I upload photos. Now this one, I mean, this I believe, I will, I can, and I am. This is a campaign that's going on right now. Usually my photos don't tend to look, quite so repetitive. But here's a picture of an industry leader that I met this weekend. So that's something that I would want to stay up there for a little while, and that can stay up there. I could have tagged Jake in the picture. I didn't. I just sent it. I tagged him over here though. But at any point, even though I posted this on the 18th, it's going to stay up here for a long period of time. Same thing with all these pictures down here of past training sessions that I've hosted and things like that. Now, let's go back, and I will show you the benefit of doing this with your videos. So now, I've clicked on, just the same as I did photos, I've clicked on my video section, which, by the way, you can get to those at the top of your fan page. You don't have to scroll down if you don't want to. But also, look at all of these videos. Now, because I produce a lot of online content, this is probably only about a month or two's worth of activity here. But let's see. Trying to think if I can remember what any of this stuff is about. Let's just go to this one. I don't remember what it's about. And I click on it. It's going to want to play, so I'll pause it. But even though I posted this on August the 1st, you can go in here and still get this valuable information. I had been sick, and I was out sick for a few days, totally in bed, but there was a way that I knocked out a couple of months worth of work while sick. So this is just a tip on how to be productive even when you're not at the top of your game. Valuable content for somebody that's following me that maybe would not have caught it if I had just posted it in my news feed on August the 1st at whatever time. But in this case, there's a bunch of comments, 17 different shares, comments from a leader down here, Jessica Higdon. So a great way to put your videos. If you're doing marketing videos, you don't necessarily want to do the same video over and over and over again if you can utilize the power of having them here and having them available. Now, one other thing that I talked about was Facebook uses an algorithm to determine who your videos are going to be shown to. A lot of people think that just because they make a status update or they post something on their Facebook page and they've got 800 friends, that post goes in the news feed of 800 people. If you think that, I'm sorry to burst that bubble for you, but it does not even go into probably 10% of the people that you are friends with. And here's why. Facebook will determine how active your friends and followers are on the material that you're showing, as well as how likely are they to actually click on what it is that you're showing. So therefore, if your friends do not tend to click on videos very often, Facebook is unlikely to show them, your friend, to show them your video. So they're not even seeing the stuff that you're putting out anyway. If on the flip side of that, if you are promoting a particular business opportunity and you talk about that business opportunity in the video, well, here's the deal. A lot of your friends on your Facebook page are probably also in the same business opportunity or promoting the same products that you are. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and go off screen share so we can see each other again. There we go. A lot of them are probably going to be in that same business opportunity, promoting the same products that you are. Excuse me. So Facebook is going to determine, hey, those people, let's see. Okay, somebody was having trouble getting in. By the way, you can also watch this on my Google Plus page. So if you want to rewatch it, it'll be on my baby YouTube channel, and it'll also be on my my Google Plus page. So you can go over there. But anyway, a lot of the people that are promoting the same thing that you are, like the products and like the business opportunity that you're promoting, and what's going to happen is Facebook is going to say, hey, these people like ABC Company. This video is talking about ABC Company, so let me show Amy's video to the people that like ABC Company. Well, as we all know, we are not trying to recruit or sell to people that are already involved in the business opportunity or in the affiliate program that we're already involved in. We're not trying to sell those people. We want our videos to go to other people. And that's the disadvantage of just relying on Google's algorithm, because they're not necessarily going to show your material to the right group of people, even if they're showing it to a fairly large group of people. So that's the advantages. That's the benefit of uploading a video. I hope this has been helpful for you. I've got a couple of other tidbits of information here. Let's see. Let me go right over to my Facebook page again real fast. We're still on screen share. I know you can't see me over here, but I'm going to grab a quick link. There are a couple of training opportunities that are coming up over the next couple of days, and I want to give you the opportunity to capitalize on those for your benefit. One of them is, I'll bop it over in chat, even though it's a bit.ly. One of them is happening tonight. It is an industry leader by the name of Diane Hochman. She is a 15-plus-year veteran in network marketing, made millions in the industry. She is going to share with us what she calls the Guru Code. It is systematically in place where you can promote yourself, you can promote your business opportunity in a way that is congruent with building a brand, as well as every single MLM system that's out there. So she's going to lay this out for us tonight in a training, in an online training that's taking place. It is completely for free, which, you know, to get access to a multi-million-dollar earner in the space of network marketing that's going to tell you exactly how she did this and give you the code, register, show up, have your pen and piece of paper, come with a fresh, clean hand and a comfortable pen because you are going to be taking notes. And I'll tell you, because I know Diane Hoffman personally, this is going to be a marathon of a training session. And so having said that, it's going to be a long one. The first 10, 15, 20 minutes are going to be chit-chat and fun kind of stuff, and then because we're in a community together, after that it's going to be extremely valuable nuggets. I'll invite you to that. I'm also going to redirect you at the end of this webinar so you can go get registered automatically. Also, like I said earlier, if you want to know more about what we talked about here today, as well as how to create those first videos for yourself, let's see. You think I could spell my name and talk at the same time? That's a tricky feat for me. If you want to know more, if you want to know what do you put in the videos, what's the script, how do you get the right amount of energy, what length should they be, how do you share them, all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to be sharing on a more extensive webinar tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. I just put the link in the chat. You can grab that, get registered for that. It's free. It's with me. It's in a Hangout format just like this where you have the ability to ask questions. It's at FeliciaMupo.com/webinar for anybody who's listening on Google Plus and doesn't have the benefit of the chat. Again, you will not be able to catch on my YouTube channel. I will block that one from my YouTube channel, so you do need to get pre-registered for that one. FeliciaMupo.com/webinar. And the one tonight I will redirect you to. If you are watching on Google Plus or listening in and you don't have access to the chat or the redirect, look on my Facebook fan page, reach out to me directly. I will give you the link to get registered for tonight's webinar. Again, if you've got any questions, now's your time. I'm here for you. I've blocked out this entire hour, even though I only planned on talking for 30 minutes, which is right where we are. But I want to make sure that the time that you've invested with me here today is valuable time well spent for you, and you now feel comfortable uploading videos directly to Facebook so that way you can give them a longer shelf life, promote the business opportunity that you're in, promote the products that you're talking about to more and more people through that wonderful platform. So I'm going to give the chat a few minutes to catch up because we are behind time. If I don't see anything, by the way, the chat, if you look at it, it's over on your left-hand side, I believe. It looks like 2 little bubbles. Just click on that. I've enabled the chat, and I can see it on my end. Well, as of right now, no questions are coming across. Again, you can always reach me on my Facebook fan page or through my website. If you go to my website, FeliciaMupo.com, you can grab on there my top 5 prospecting and closing tips. It's a 5-part video series. It's my gift to you. Just enter in your name and information, and I will be delivering to you over the next few days those top 5 tips. By the way, when you registered for this webinar, you may have received an email telling you to accept or to opt in. If you do that, or when you do that, I will give you information about other free training sessions that are coming up that you can bop onto, whether they're with me or whether they're with another network marketing, online marketing industry leader. So with that, I think I've given the chat a little bit of time to catch up. Looks like there's no questions for me. I appreciate y'all's time today. So I am going to go ahead and send y'all over to get registered for the Guru Code webinar tonight, and I look forward to getting to know you personally. Bye-bye.